name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
Is this the race of the day? The 8th race on the card, the Hong Kong Jockey Club World Pool Champions Cup Grade 1 at weight for age terms over 1,800 meters. It's a rematch of the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, which took place at Kenilworth in January when Comedy Ding beat Jet Dark and Linebacker at weight for age terms. That was over 2,000 meters. That was at Kenilworth around a left-handed corner. Now they meet at Hollywoodbets Greyville over 200 meters shorter, around a right-handed turn, and of course last year's winner, Jet Dark, is the early favourite. But let's have a look at a rerun of this year's Hollywoodbets Durban July, where Jet Dark was coming with a storming run under top weight to finish second, and then we'll hear from Dean Cannemeyer and Candice Bass-Robinson.
Pomp and Power, Sparkling Water's on the inside, Do It Again and Sparkling Water, these are the two. Pomp and Power's in a heap of trouble, and Sparkling Water making history here. Sparkling Water, Jet Dark's taking off, but Sparkling Water makes her statement. Jet Dark second, Safe Passage, Do It Again, Comedy Ding in the Hollywoodbets Durban July Grade 1.
Yeah, Russian Rock. He's had 2 runs this champion season. I thought he ran a very good race in the drill. He just got beat a short head. And they ran a very good race last time in the Gold Challenge. He finished right on top of them. And 1,800 meters, he's got the pedigree to go the distance. He's just got to switch off nicely. But he's doing well in a very, very competitive race. It's going to be a great Champions Cup.
He was in 2 races. I had him also in the first race in the poly, and he ended up drawing very wide with 62 kilos. So we've opted to take our chances in the Champions Cup. I think it might just be a bridge too far for him at level weights. It's not a very big field, but it's an incredibly strong field, and he's obviously quite out at the weights here. But his 2 runs up here, gravel track's been a little bit on the quick side for him. They haven't been his best runs, but he had a little bit of a hiccup prior to his last run with his prep going into the race. He's a much fitter horse this time, and I think in a much better place, but yeah, tough for him to take on some of those horses at level weights.
It certainly is going to be tough for Fire Ali. Interesting talk from Dean Cannemeyer. We know that Russian Rock is talented. He's enigmatic. He's a Guineas winner as a 3-year-old. But I just think that over this 1,800 meters, all of the chips have got to fall into place for Russian Rock. He's got to settle and prove that he gets the trip. And I think he's got a mountain to climb, Russian Rock. For me, I'm all over Jet Dark. He won back-to-back runnings of the Lawrence Queen's Plate. He was last year's winner of this race, the Whirlpool Champions Cup, and I think he's going to win it again. I know he's got to turn the form of the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met around. Comedy Ding is very much alive. Linebacker is very much alive. El Muthana is very much alive. And even possibly for minor money, MK's Pride, who's shown that he can compete at this level when winning the Horse Chestnut Stakes. So it's a high-quality field for me. From that standpoint, the race of the day. But I've declared my hand through the races that we've covered already. Jet Dark, for me, I'm going to make him a pick 6 banker, and he'll have all my eggs in his basket.
I think he's a horse that you all have to beat solely based on the Hollywoodbets Durban July run. He did finish in front of all those that he does meet once again, and I think he could get the better of them over this 1,800 meter trip. Is the defending champion, and he'll be looking to defend his crown with Richard Fourie aboard, and he does have his 4th run after rest. He's 1 from 1, so 1 win and 1 run, rest plus 4, and most definitely is a horse that they have to beat. And interestingly, Graham, there's no 3-year-olds in this lineup, so there's just the 4-year-olds, there's just the older horses here. No 3-year-olds make this field. And we heard from Dean Cannemeyer that Russian Rocky is doing well back at home, and I think he could just be the sort of dark horse in the race. He's not proven over the distance. We're not quite sure whether he will see the trip out, and as you heard from Graham, a lot of things have to go his way. He has to settle in the run-in, but I think if Keegan DeMello gets him to settle nicely, get him to relax from a 1 draw, I think Russian Rock, he could just be the value in the race. He's been priced up at around 14 to 1 in the market, and I think that's some nice value about Russian Rock. He does have his 3rd run after rest, unlike most of the runners in this field. He ran in the goal challenge and he hasn't been seen since. So he's had a nice break just to freshen up, and I think he'll go into the race nicely, and I'm expecting a big showing from him. Al Motana and horse number 4, Kometi Dung, I think horses that you have to give respect to as well.
And linebacker, I mean, we spoke about the result of the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. But of course, there's the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge. That was won by Al Motana, beating linebacker and Jet Dark. They were flying at him in the end. That was over 1,600 meters. This is over 1,800 meters. My feeling is that they should have the measure of Al Motana over the extra 200 meters, but I could be so way off the mark. Remember, Russian Rock's a grade 1 winner, Asterix a grade 1 winner, Comedy Dung a grade 1 winner, Jet Dark a grade 1 winner, El Mothan a grade 1 winner, MK Sprite a grade 1 winner, Linebacker a grade 1 winner, some of them multiple and even 3 times grade 1 winners. So there's no shortage of class here. As you mentioned, no 3-year-olds, but it doesn't take anything away from the race. So I'm in the camp of Jet Dark. Rahil sees it a little more competitive, but let's have a look at our Dlala selections. I'll kick off with my Dlala selection. I'm going with number 5, Jet Dark, to win it. Healthy respect, of course, for number 4, Comedy Dung. Number 8, Linebacker. Number 6, El Muthana. Those are my top 4 selections, and I'm suggesting a win bet on Jet Dark, and I've also suggested him as a pick 6 bank pair. Your Dlala selections to close out race 8?
My top choice is going to be number 5, Jet Dark, and then followed by number 1, Russian Rock, number 6, which is Al Motana, and then horse number 8, and horse number 4 rather, that's Kometi Dung. And then I think linebacker you can give a mention for those trifectas and quartets, but my suggested bet is a trifecta box with those 4 numbers, and that will cost you just 24 Rand, and I certainly believe that the trifecta will pay a bit more than that 24 Rand mark. And Graham, looking forward to this grade 1.
Race of the day.
Well, there you have it from Graham. Race of the day, and hopefully Jet Dark can land the spoils.
It's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.